positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know, we do it over here. I just want to share something with you guys. You know, I get these reflections, and life is not happening to you, it's responding to you. Have you ever thought about that? What's going on in your life right now? If it's happening or responding to your actions? And what I mean by that is sometimes we get caught up on the situations we're in. Maybe our living conditions, maybe our work environment, our career choices, relationships. But on the flip side of these situations, it's a reaction to how we're responding to them. And if we change our response by simply deciding to do something different, to look at something different, things will shift towards that new response, that new change. And it's not like we're trapped in what's currently happening to us. You know, we think that we don't have a lot of options, or we're limited by our surroundings. Now, on the flip side, if you're in jail or you're in prison, totally different, you know. In there, only, things you can really do is to, one, pray, find God and reflect on what got you there, and work on things that can help get you out of there. Classes, programs, the law library, time in there that's all you have. And you have to cope with a lot of other circumstances that you don't have any control over. People in there who are very miserable, guards, the warden, lockdowns, just a lot of things. It's just a horrible place. But on a happy note, you're free, you're on the street, you're listening to this video, whether you're sitting at work or you're working from home, you're in your car. Just think about what you're doing in your life and how you're currently addressing things that you want to change. Are you in a relationship that lacks communication, that you're unhappy with, but you're staying because you've got so much time invested that you think that you don't want to feel like you're giving up, but you're unhappy? Well, you got to make a choice there. Would you rather stay in a situation and be unhappy, or would you rather, be happy and, experience something in the unknown that could change your life? It's just like a job. People think, oh wow, I'm at this job and it's, I'm making this much money, blah blah blah, but then you're unhappy, you got a crazy commute, you don't like the people you work with. Well, you got to make the choice. You go to work, you feel like the people there, are you trying to make friends? Are you trying to communicate with these people? Or are you just there by default? Have you looked at other options? Maybe there's something else out there for you that's more rewarding. But rather than just say, hey, this is my circumstance, blah, blah, blah. You can change that. You got to make the choice though. Nobody can do it for you. You have to be a captain of your own ship. And you got to, change your mind state. If you're in a very low frequency mind state, meaning that everything around you is negative, you're always complaining. Some people, they think they're positive, but they're always complaining about something. And that's what they feed off of, is negative energy, things that they can talk about, thinking that it makes them feel better about their own miserable situation. Well, those people, get the hell away from them. Avoid them like the plague. And if you need to distance yourself, just stop talking to them. Nobody's compelling you to respond to a text, an email, a post, any of that stuff. Sometimes you just got to back away, and things that are happening in your life will respond differently. You'll shift your whole paradigm. But when you actually just look around you and wonder whether it's your financial situation, are you taking the time to become more financially literate? Are you reading up on how to invest, maybe how to open up a stock account? I mean, now it's so easy. You can do it on your phone, as far as setting up, Robinhood or Coinbase. You can get into crypto. You can, get into all type of different investments, art, and you can change so many things financially. And even if it seems like, oh wow, I don't have a lot to start with, well, figure out something you can start with, or find somebody you can partner with, and maybe you can start off, slow and build something. I look at, some people, and I see like, there's a guy up the street selling honey, and I see him out there. It's 107 degrees. He usually gets out there before it gets to that point, but he's out there pretty early. It's still like high 90s, maybe 100, and he's selling honey. And I stopped by, and his jars of honey are $25 a jar. That's not cheap honey. You can get honey from the grocery store, $14, $12, depending on the size. And you think about it, this guy's out there in the heat, no bathroom. I seen him coming from the bushes one day, but he's selling honey. He sells 10 containers of honey, natural honey, honey that he's, that he's sourced. And that's $250 a day. Now, if he sells 20, that's $500 a day. Working for himself, sitting out there, on his phone for however many hours until it gets too hot, and he's out of there. If he sold, 10 honey jars in 5 hours, he made $250 in 5 hours. My point being is that sometimes you got to do things that you might look at as being uncomfortable, but make them comfortable. People are out here making it happen, but complaining is not going to get you nowhere. The panic is not going to get you nowhere. The fear is not going to get you nowhere. If you're on the side of a highway, and rather than, some of the people who are just begging, if you had a cooler and waters, and you're selling waters for $1, the small waters, right? You could have 20 something waters out there. I mean, you can't put, depending on the size, you sell them for $1, maybe you might sell them for $2, but you would sell out of those waters, especially in a place out like Arizona. It's hot as hell. A lot of people driving around. They didn't, think about water. They forgot to bring water with them. You're slinging waters. You can make $100 probably within an hour or so. You got to stop making excuses. You got to stop making excuses. If just like your health, I'm not saying you got to get out here and do a marathon or the Tour de France, but just getting up and in the morning, you know what? I'm gonna go walk around the block. Oh, I'm gonna go, ride my bike, through the neighborhood. Maybe you're gone an hour, but that's an hour of you being outdoors, clearing your mind, being out with nature. It does something to you. It does something to you. That's why when they punish people in prison, they put them in a hole. They're not outside. You're in a brick, cement confinement. It does something to your vibrations. It does something to your natural instincts, your human behavior. It makes you an animal. Have you seen, some of the animals at the zoo? They might have an outdoor enclosure, but they're not free. Get out there, ride your bike. That'll help lower a lot of your stress which lowers your cortisol levels, and your body will start processing probably a lot of the stuff you consume better, and then change your diet. Because you're outdoors, you're not going to eat honey buns and donuts all day. You're going to want to start maybe eating a little bit healthier. You start off a little bit by a little bit, but you are the one in control of making the change. You don't have to go and, like I said, do these crazy CrossFit workouts. Just go and start off slow and ease into it, and just being active outdoors for sure. Because I can only spend so much time in the gym myself. I got to be outdoors. I like sitting out and enjoying nature. But you got to get your mind out of that rut and realize that life is not happening. It's responding to you. You got to change it. You're the one in charge. You don't like a certain neighborhood? Well, save up and pack and move. Get the hell out of there. There's nothing keeping you there. Oh, I grew up here, blah, blah. Well, so what? If you're not happy, the ultimate objective in life is to be happy. If you don't want to be happy, then I don't know why, you're even listening to this video. I mean, for myself, I love having a smile on my face. I love seeing people enjoying themselves. I love, having a good time. I don't want to be mad and angry and talking shit about people, gossiping. Yeah, it's not my thing, man. So, just want to share that with you today, a little pick me up. I know sometimes, we all get down. Our circumstances seem like they're dire, like we don't have any options. Just know that we have a lot of options, and life is not as bad as you think. You can always come back if you're alive and healthy. The only time you can't come back is if you're in that dirt. You're in that dirt, you hurt yourself, you can't come back from that. So just something to think about, man. I like to see you guys doing well out there. I like to see people inspired, and there are choices out there. You can change things, and you don't have to necessarily come from a certain background or be a part of a certain group in order to succeed in life. Nowadays, because of the internet and the smartphone, you could do a lot of these things on your own. You can buy stocks on your phone. You can travel by yourself somewhere and get away. You can meet people from all over the world. You're limitless, but they want to make you feel like you're limited because they want you to believe that certain things are going on, so that you will not want to go out there and experience these other things and talk to other people. Don't buy into it. Get out there, live your life, be happy. If there's something that's not in alignment with how you feel, hey, find a way to remove it and keep it pushing, man. Go after your goals and your dreams. 916 store and pick you up a sticker for your car, or a patch, or a sticker for your laptop, or maybe a beanie, or read one of the many books that BigHerc916 has authored. To pick up a limited edition GTA poster signed by me for $10, or with your purchase of a Wig Splitter Porsche t-shirt, I'll throw in a free poster. Coming. I gotta hurry up and wash my ass. Go to BigHerc916.com, pick you up a bar of soap, and wash your ass, or else you're gonna be under arrest too. Oh shit. Officially, I only got one real spanking my entire life. My mom did the best a 14-year-old could do, raising me with love and instilling values that will last a lifetime. I was a straight A student and lived to make her happy. So how did I go astray? A horrible stepdad that stole my self-worth and invoked fear turned me into a person that I struggled to overcome. From skateboarding to selling drugs, gang banging in juvenile hall, I got caught the same way many young promising men get caught up. I struggled to find my identity, getting mixed up in shootouts, crime, and the adult entertainment industry. This roller coaster continued as I juggled college, hustling, and Hollywood, eventually catching a federal bank robbery case. I found redemption in prison while serving a 120-month federal sentence and came out a man on a mission. I became a social media influencer with over 500 million views on YouTube and a life coach mentoring people all over the world. This is my journey against all odds.